Ozzie, you started this, started this in 1996. And there are very few people that can say, I've drafted a Hall of Famer. Your claim to fame, you've drafted 3 Hall of Famers. Suggs is probably going to be the 4th, and if Lamar continue on the path, this will be 5. What's your thought process when you go into the draft looking for a player? Is it tape? Is it game? Is it feel? Is it talking to the guy? What is it that made you in 1996 says Johnathan Ogden and Ray Lewis? Because when you guys moved from Cleveland to Baltimore, the popular pick, everybody wanted Lawrence Phillips. You wanted somebody that could sell tickets, but you like an offensive lineman. An offensive lineman don't sell tickets.
Well, yeah, but we spent a lot of time building our board. It actually starts a month after the draft, where our scouts have to do grades on the upcoming seniors. Okay. And so you have 9 months worth of work. And when we were in that draft, and it was no doubt that the #1 player was Johnathan Ogden. Okay. And Kevin Hardy, we liked him. He goes. Simeon Rice goes. And we're sitting there. And Mr. Modell wanted us to take Lawrence Phillips, but if you're going to start something, which we were starting, and then you have people believe in what you're doing, and if you're going to rate someone to be the highest rated player, you can't pass him. Even though we had Tony Jones, who you played with.
I played with T-Bone.
Himself, but we could not pass. And that set the board. And of course, as we get to Ray, then we were lucky enough to have that second pick in the first round, and he was the highest rated guy at that time. So that set the tone. Is, hey, do all your work. Get your board set and stay true to the board.
When I look at, obviously, and these guys are transcendent. Arguably, you make the case that Ray Lewis is the greatest middle linebacker to ever play the game, one of the greatest defensive players. Ed Reed, in my estimation, is the greatest free safety, strong free, whatever you want to rate it. He's the greatest free safety I've ever played against and ever taken off on tape. What is it? What is it that convinces you, okay, Johnathan Ogden should be the #1 player if I were the #1 pick, hey, we take Johnathan Ogden. What is it about a guy? What is it that you see?
Shannon, the guy's a football player. We playing football.
Right.
At the end of the day, you got your measurables, you got all your psychological testing, you got all your interviews, but at the end of the day, is the guy a football player?
Can he play football?
Priest Holmes was a football player.
Yes.
Marshall Yonder was a football player. Jermaine Lewis was a football player. So, at the end of the day, you have to get a guy that's a football player and forget about some of the other metrics that we use. Is he a football player? And if he's a football player, he's going to play for you.
Oh, I forgot Yandy is going to end up in the Hall of Fame too, because all those Pro Bowls and first team All Pros. So and guess what? You're going to end up going in the Hall of Fame again as a contributor. I thought I had it. I thought I had you. You're going to have 2 to 1.
Well, but Shannon, you and I are on the same cul-de-sac already, man.
But see, now you get to move into another building. You will have 2 houses in the same subdivision.
Well, hey, we just gonna enjoy them first ones, okay? Let's enjoy those first ones, But if it ever happens, it'll be the shortest speech in the history of the Hall of Fame. Because I'd have had to sit there and listen to all the rest of them.
Yeah, hey. And I don't know. Hopefully we have it. But can you imagine with all the guys that they missed 2020 and they're coming back in 2021? Man, that thing might have to start at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to midnight.
Hey, what they say, we got to pack a lunch and we gonna be there.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a lot of people on that stage dozing off, Ozzie. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button to become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we always do something before 2 something.